Lobsters, though, the cool thing about them is that they mate for life. And that's so sweet and romantic to me. And I always feel a little bit guilty eating them because I know that their mates out there somewhere probably really sad. But I'm really happy and I'm hungry. Guess what, gang? Back in my kitchen, and you know what we're gonna make? Lobster Fra Diavolo! Lobster Fra Diavolo. It is a classic among American who are also Italians, better known as Italian Americans. It's real popular among us folk, and I'm gonna show you guys how to make it today. It's basically a pasta dish with like tomatoes and lobster, because the name is what it says, Lobster Fra Diavolo. Now, if you notice, I'm just cleaning up these lobster tails. I just cut down the edges, got rid of that, and now I'm just pulling the meat out, just like this, and it comes out very simply. We're gonna use seafood stock, and then I'm gonna use the shells in the sauce to infuse it and add that extra flavor. So we are gonna use the shells, don't throw them away, and we're just gonna clean the meat out of it. Every summer, my girlfriends and I, we go to Maine. And last summer, the first night we were there, we were like, let's get some lobsters. So we did, we got 1 pound lobsters, and it was good, it was really good. But then a couple nights later, we were like, let's get lobsters again. But instead of getting the 1 pound lobsters, let's get the 2 pound lobsters, right? Well, those were way too big for us. They were too much meat, believe it or not. Like, I actually felt a little nauseous. I was like, I don't think I can finish my lobster. I mean, the literal claws were like as big as this tail. Like, it was pretty insane. And we saved the meat and the shells, and my friend Ashley, she decided to make us all, like, the next night Lobster Fra Diavolo. She made this amazing, amazing lobster dish, and I was like, you know what? Thanks for the inspiration, Ashley. I'm gonna do that for all my friends on the cooking show. We're gonna save these shells. We're just gonna cut them, you know, into maybe like 2-inch pieces or so. I don't wanna cut them up into too small of pieces because I'm gonna use this to infuse my tomato-based sauce, but then I'm gonna pick out the shells after about an hour of it cooking. The thing I love about Maine is they've got all like the little seafood shacks and stuff all along the water. It's just so beautiful up there and really peaceful. It's a nice place to go and kind of escape a lot of the bullshit of the world. So I'm gonna cut the lobster into 1-inch, 1/2-inch pieces, because don't forget, when lobster cooks, it gets a little bit bigger. So I'll just cut it into smaller pieces. So I would say if I had to rank my seafood, top 5 favorites would be crab, obviously, clams, oysters, octopus, and lobster. Lobster's in the top 5. Those are my top ones. I love you mussels, I love you fish, I love you other things, but those are my top 5, okay? Crabs will always have a place in my heart because I'm from Maryland. So Lobster Fra Diavolo, you could use a can of tomatoes, like whole peeled tomatoes, and crush it up. But we're gonna use fresh tomatoes because guess what? It's summer, tomatoes are in season. I love tomatoes. I'm gonna show you guys how to peel them. This method that I'm doing right now is called concasse, C-O-N-C-A-S-S-E. It's a French term, which I think means to crush, if I'm correct. Basically, I'm marking a little X in the base here, and I'm taking out the core, just like that. And that's it. Very easy. All right, we're gonna take this back and just boil them up real quick. Make sure my water's going. Yeah, we're ready. Also, look at my ice water because I have my fancy ice cubes because I have no ice cubes, but I've got these nice big fancy boys. And that's what we're using. Okay, I'm gonna pop these into our boiling water gently so they don't splash everywhere. Get boiling water all over us. We're just going to pop them in there for 30 seconds to 1 minute. See how they're starting to peel back a little bit? Take them out and put them into a bowl of ice water until they're cool enough to handle, and we'll peel them.
What if I just started calling them tomatoes?
I mean, I lived in New Zealand and I had to say tomatoes. They didn't understand me when I would order food when I was a chef. I'd be like, oh, can I get 3 pounds of tomatoes? And they're like, aye? What's that you want there? That's not an accent at all. It sound like, but you get, oh wait, I need to peel them. Dang it, you distracted me. All right, let me peel these and then I'll quarter them. God damn it, Peter. Asking your questions. God, I can't believe you just made me completely forget to peel them. So the skin just peels off so easily. That's all of them. Quartering up the tomatoes. We're gonna remove the seeds. And then we'll just roughly chop them. So the origins of Lobster Fra Diavolo, you know, it is highly debated. I think that it really is like an Italian-American dish. Although some might say it's from like southern Italy. My family's actually from the south of Italy, my mom's side of the family. I never had this when I went to Italy. Granted, I only went to Italy once. Sicily, by the way. I didn't grow up eating Lobster Fra Diavolo, but having my friend make it in Maine with like Maine lobster was definitely one of the most memorable times that I've eaten it. Just because, you know, you're with friends and it was fun. And I'm going to chop these guys now. We're going to dice up some onion. Garlic. How do I love thee? It smells really good. I love the smell of garlic. The garlic and onions are ready. I'm crying. I'm ready to go. Let's cook this. You ready, Peter? Okay, what do you think? Come on. All right, we're gonna put some olive oil on in this bad boy. A few tablespoons. Oh yeah. So, we've got our chili flakes, garlic, onion. So I'm gonna add a little bit of salt as well. So we're just gonna soften this, no color, just want it to get nice and translucent. Because don't forget, I threw the garlic in too. The garlic burns really easily. So keeping it over like a medium heat, it's gonna help ensure the garlic doesn't burn. Because once that garlic burns, it gets that bitter flavor, and that's no bueno, not for this. And so this is what makes Lobster Fra Diavolo, which is like the spice. It's that chili flakes in here, okay? Now, if you don't, what's a nice way of saying? If you don't like spice, all right, don't put the chili flakes in there. Then it's just lobster and red sauce, okay? The Diavolo, the devil, is where it gets good, okay? Lobster shell's gonna go in, and we're gonna wait for these to get nice and red. We're getting a lot of flavor out of this now. We're cooking these gently over medium heat. It's not a race to the finish. You're getting a nice, beautiful color. We're infusing this dish with these lobster tails with that flavor. It's gonna be really nice. I have like so much stock in my freezer. Should we look in my freezer and see how much stock I have?
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, we've got bisque right here. This was a little stock I made. Look, lobster stock. Oh my God, I have lobster stock. I should have used that today. I am using that. I have this fish stock that just went in there. Enchilada sauce. This is chicken stock. More chicken stock. Leek and potato soup back there. What's this? Oh, beef gravy. Look at this. So much. More bisque. Hot dogs, cookie dough, bagel bites. All right, this is looking good. Infusing really nicely. I'm gonna push them to the side, make a little kind of hole in the middle, and then we're gonna add in our tomato paste. And you're cooking out kind of that little tomato flavor. So just cook it. It's gonna be a nice little bit darker in color. We're using tomato paste in addition to the tomatoes because sometimes I find that when you have fresh tomatoes like this, where I've taken out the seeds, I've taken off the skin, it's a very light tomato sauce, and I want like a really like powerful tomato flavor. Tomato paste is tomato concentrate, and it's gonna add just more tomato flavor to this already beautiful tomato dish. So tomato paste has been cooking out. We're gonna add some cognac to this now, okay? And it goes very quickly. Look, it's already gone. Now we're gonna add our stock, which is either seafood or lobster, and the tomatoes. This is gonna come to a simmer. I'm gonna lower the heat to like a medium low. All this flavor is gonna infuse with those lobster shells in there. It's gonna cook covered like that, low simmer for like 45 minutes or so. Now let's just have a glass of wine and sit back and relax. Sicily. We are using spaghetti. Ready, set, spaghetti. Ooh. Just kick those under the oven. Well, you could use fettuccine. You could use linguine. Shit, you could use macaroni. I don't give a fuck. We're using spaghetti. I've salted my water really nicely. We're gonna cook this until al dente, all right? About halfway through this, we'll add the lobster. Ooh, she's looking good. Been cooking for about 45 minutes or so. I'm gonna take out all these shells. That's looking good. We're now gonna add in all of our beautiful lobster meat right in here, and it's just gonna cook. I'm gonna drain the pasta, add it on into the lobster. Oh my gosh, this might be the best one I've made. I'm gonna add some salt and pepper. Oh yeah. I also like to give it a little bit extra oil and black pepper. It looks so good. Let's try this. I'm so excited. This is so good. The tomatoes adds a nice sweetness as well as the lobster. There's a good little spice from the chili flakes in there. This is one of the best memories I have from Maine, was like getting around with my girlfriends, overeating lobster, using leftovers to make Lobster Fra Diavolo. It tastes like summer and just that memory to me. I love it. Better than a lobster roll, by far. For the recipe, click the link below. Please make it, enjoy it. I love you. Goodbye. The Italian Trinity. Olive oil, I'd say olive oil, garlic, and onion. Yeah, I'm sticking with that. That's what we're gonna go with.
Yeah, that tastes good.
It does feel good. Feels good. Yeah.